I go with the flow.
Well, then,
But
the flow might be better.
but that's separating the artifacts from the discussion of the book.
Well, well, you want to separate the artifacts from the discussion?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, when do you think we ought to bring it out then?
Right after the.
After the first segment? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
and I tell why I wrote the book and how I wrote it and
then,
why it's significant.
so we'll get into a discussion of the book.
Right.
During that second segment. But the first segment will be background, education, experience about you and whatever.
Okay.
All right? And then when we come back during that second segment, we'll start talking about the book, 30, I think it's 30 years of bondage.
No, Many Roads Travel.
Many Roads Travel.
And see, here's what is significant. This is why early on I wanted to get into. I've written so many books. I've written 14. This is what we're talking about.
Okay. Is that the book you want to talk about?
This one here.
Okay.
Many Roads Travel.
Many Roads Travel, okay.
Okay. Now the cover of this book, the cover of this book enunciates the essence of the whole book. Mm-hmm. Well, you see here, Many Roads Travel. Mm-hmm. From the rugged paths in Africa and the riding on a oxen to the mid-passage of the slave ship to the coffle, and see, I can pull in some words of coffle.
Okay, well, let's get it set up first.
Yeah.
Let's get it set up. We'll do that first and second segment. And let's do we're going to have to do this on the last segment.
Okay.
Because that'll give us the time. And so the first two segments, we'll deal with your background, education, and experience.
Okay.
Okay? And then African Americans, that second segment, African Americans and slavery.
I don't want to use that, of course.
You don't want to use that? Well,
because there's a mentality that that slavery is unique to ethnicity, and it's not. Every group has been enslaved.
Well, well, let's just talk about slavery, the Many Roads Travel, however you want to do it.
Let me give you the significance. You see this?
Yes, ma'am.
This is an item that's older than America. That is a pipe stem, which was once a reed like this. It belonged to this woman, grandfather.
Do what?
Okay?
The same.
Okay.
The story of the road that she and her forebears traveled from the shores of Africa to Marshall County, Tennessee, where she is buried.
Okay.
Makes for a provocative story.
Okay, you're going to tell that story?
Yes.
Okay, well, good. Okay, well, let's just get up here and we'll tell the story. And then the last part, last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Last 10 minutes, we're going to roll out the display.
Okay. We'll bring it over, set it up, and
a coin cob, along with a reed,
okay.
was the means of making pipes among poor people. And this pipe stem dates from 1755.
Okay.
And it's this woman's grandmother.
Okay,
grandfather.
let's get started.
It's rich in history.
Dr. Young.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get started, and by having you to have a seat here, and what we want to talk about first is about Dr. Morton Young.
Okay.
Okay. And you tell us about your background, your education, and your experience. And we'll both relate to that.
Oh, I have lost my number. Oh, I'm I jumped up and disrupted that.
You're fine. And that should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, now. Okay, so Dr. Morton, Young, what we'll do, TMorton Young, all right? What we'll do, Dr. Young, is to Morton Young. That's the way you want to do the last
Dr.
one,
Morton Young.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Morton Young. That's the way we'll do that. What we'd like to do, Dr. Morton Young, is to do the first 6 minutes, dealing with your background, education, and experiences. That's 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes to talk about that. And all I'll do is let's talk about your background, your education, and your experience. Then you start, my name is Dr. TMorton Young. I was born. And then for the next 6 minutes, tell me something about yourself, okay? And then we'll call end to that part. Then we'll have 8 minutes for that second part, and we'll talk about the book. This is where you want to introduce the book. You're about born 20 years in bondage.
Yes.
Okay, you talk about that. Okay, that'll be 8 minutes.
Yes.
And then we'll end that, and then we'll bring out the display, and then you talk about the display. How does that sound?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, anytime we're ready now. See, I've got.
Mic check, man.
Okay.